Hi guys, and here is week 2 of our probability unit. Here's my overview page for this week, and you'll see we've got class times on Wednesday at 11 and Friday at 11. Here is your weekly checklist for pacing. Step 1, I suggest on Monday includes 2 Edulastic assignments. Tuesday is step 2, which includes a Pearson playlist. Wednesday is your virtual class and a Delta Math assignment. Thursday, you have your checkpoint. And Friday, I have a virtual class. Just pop in for questions and complete Assessment 11 or work on your slope learning path. Okay, so let's get started looking at your learning path for this week. We're focusing on compound probability and sample space. So we're looking at what happens when we have more than one event occurring. So the first thing we're going to do is look at something called sample space and creating tree diagrams. There are some notes for you to take and 3 videos for you to watch. One is an overview of sample space. This one just gives you an example of a tree diagram being created for a situation. And then the last one is looking at something called the fundamental counting principle, which we will use quite often. It's a pretty quick video, and it's a shortcut to determining the number of possible outcomes, which we know is your denominator in a probability ratio. Okay, and then finally, you're going to get to practice using sample space and tree diagrams and interpreting those with 2 Edge-Elastics that are provided for you. Okay, so you'll go to Google Classroom and see that those are assigned. Number 1, determining sample spaces, and number 2, tree diagrams. Okay, step 2 is dependent and independent events. So this is where it definitely gets a little bit tricky. Read through the notes here. Look at the different calculations that we'll be using for independent and dependent events. You'll notice that these 2 equations are a little bit different. At this point, you won't quite understand what they mean, but you will understand it once you watch your teaching videos for this week, okay? And then finally, you will want to go to Pearson and access the compound probability playlist where you will have some examples and a couple of math excels to guide you and help you to answer some questions, okay? Your third step is to go to Delta Math and complete the assignment titled Probability Practice 2. Make sure you use the Delta Math guidance to help you understand if you miss a problem. The next step in step 4 will be a checkpoint. So the Delta Math is just good practice for you to do. And remember that all practice is required, even if it's not graded, because it gives you what you need in order to be successful on those formative grades, okay? Moving on to step 4, you have a checkpoint. It is in Edge-Elastic and it's titled Independent and Dependent Events with Compound Probability. Okay, so you will complete that Edge-Elastic as your final step on compound probability this week. Then you will move into your last step 5, which is assessments. If you've already completed step 11, this is a really good opportunity for you to work on your slope learning path, which I'm about to go over now, okay? Okay, your second 8th grade standard is now available to you, and it is on slope. So you will see that there are 8 steps in the slope learning path. And I'm just going to go through one of those to kind of give you the format. You will see that with each one, you'll have some notes, maybe some graphics that you need to pay attention to because slope is all about graphing, and you want to pay attention to any pictures of graphs and information that is given to you on these pages. There's always going to be notes, pictures, video lessons. Okay, so for example here, it tells you that there are 2 video lessons there. And then here are some key takeaways. Again, just reading, some practice, and a Delta Math assignment. So the primary work is in Delta Math with each of the steps, okay? But your learning takes place on each page with the notes, some pictures, and video lessons. Okay, so make sure that you're not just skimming through to the bottom to see the practice, but yet you are taking the time to read through your notes, look at the points that are given to you, watching the videos and taking notes while you're watching the videos, and then doing each of the Delta maths. Because there are so many Delta maths assigned, it's just really important that you're looking at the title and doing them in order that they're assigned. Okay, so make sure that you're going to Delta Math and you're doing them in order, looking at the title assigned in step 1, and then in step 2, and then in step 3, so on and so forth. Okay, because with each skill, with each step, there's a new skill. So you want to be successful on your Delta Math practice so that you're getting the most out of it. Okay. Um, Finally, as you make your way to step 7 in your slope learning path, you will see that your final checkpoint is an edge elastic that puts it all together, and it's titled slope. Okay, so like all edge elastics, it will be assigned in Google Classroom. And then finally, there are some extension opportunities for you. There's a Desmos activity assigned and a slope breakout that is assigned in Google Classroom as well. Okay, so those just give you more opportunities to practice, extend your thinking, and challenge yourself. Okay, so those are kind of that extension activity. If you have questions, let me know. Your slope breakout will be due April the 3rd, right before spring break. So again, you've got 8 steps just to fit into your week. Just as a little bit extra. So just pace yourself and make sure that you're getting those done over the next few weeks. Okay. All right. Have a great week, and we will talk soon. Bye.